Hello, traveler, and welcome to today's rendition of Girl Squad. Thank you for tuning in, and let us see. For those reading my journals in the future, it saddens me to say that my first journal was destroyed. So, dear reader, I will be starting you in the middle of this story. Fear not, though, for in my downtime, I will write up from memory what has transpired previously. Now, without further ado, I bring you the action.
Actually seems to be a little bit more cleaned up.
I'm gonna ask him if he lives here.
I do.
How long have you lived here?
A couple of months. Maren, you're sneaking up in this time.
Yeah, I'll stay in the shadows, but I'll get basically beside us, or can I get?
He
Can I
sees
sneak
you. He has dark vision.
Yeah, but I can go invisible if it's shadowy and it's.
Oh yeah, there's no light. There's not really a light source, so I guess you're like always.
Yeah, so
whatever.
can I just walk behind him?
Sure.
You want me
Give
to?
stealth against his passive perception?
That's like,
If it's over a 9, you're fine.
it's 20 on that.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, so I'll just stand there, and just in case anything happens, for now, I'll just stay invisible and behind their conversation.
I'm going to tell him that I'm going to ask if he recognizes the claw marks in the entry room.
He's pretty adamant that this is none of your business, and he doesn't like you very much.
Okay, well, it's actually very much my business, as those claws were carved by the beasts that destroyed my family.
Oh, he says, tightening the grip on his club. I'm sorry to hear that. He's
Do you know
off
what made them? Huh?
Does he know what made them?
Yeah.
He says in very good Goblin English, I can speculate.
Have you seen a big evil dragon come through here?
I have not.
How long have you lived here?
Couple months.
I switch over to Goblin
Has
speak.
anyone else passed through?
Oh, can you speak Goblin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, badass.
Listen, I don't want to cause any trouble, but I feel like this is a little personal for me, and I just want to poke around. I'm not going to do anything bad. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to take anything. I just need to see this.
For reasons I can't go into, probably better off not lurking around.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
As I
Okay.
see Snuble talking to the goblin, Thalia, I'm gonna whisper to you that the only reason I don't speak goblin is because they don't write many books about definitions and vocabulary. And chuckling myself.
So when this goblin says, "For reasons I won't explain," and yada yada,
You can't understand him. Can
It's
you?
in Goblin.
is he speaking in goblin or?
Me
They
and him-
switched to Goblin.
Okay. So when they switched to goblin when he said
when
said
I
that.
started questioning and talking seriously about this.
Okay. I don't think they speak goblin.
Snubble started Goblin.
Gotcha.
And I wanna try. I'm gonna reintroduce myself again with my full names. Ask him for his.
He introduces himself as 567.
Your name is a number? Is that common in with goblins?
Goblins don't really have names. Don't live long enough.
Ah,
He says in more broken English than I use.
he answered me in common.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he seem to appreciate or change demeanor at all when I switched to goblin?
No. But
No.
I guess he appreciated it, but like not enough to be less wary of you.
I take out my journal and write his number down and look up to him, say, so how much longer, what is your lifespan then?
Oh, he says, solid question. I'm not quite sure. We can live for quite a long time, but not many of us see it. I guess the elder has lived long enough, but I don't
Could
know.
you please use a metric in describing?
I asked
As in,
Let me say it like this: I was born in these caves, away from the sun, so I don't really know. I don't really have the same concept of time as you.
So you're a few months old, I ask in Goblin.
Yes.
hmm,
And you mentioned an elder.
Yes.
Is there a goblin population here in the city?
There is an entire goblin population beneath the city.
Beneath the city, I see. Um, is there any chance you've seen any like me down here?
No. We've heard that those were all cleared out.
how long
Okay.
ago?
I don't know.
Do you
With
know
the
anything
elder?
about those traps that were triggered back there?
Remnants of the old owners, I guess.
Let me
Because they
talk.
seemed to have been triggered in a metric of our time as 1 year.
Wait, listen. Let me talk to you plainly. As a goblin and as a kobold, we both like shiny stuff.
I do like shiny things.
I have a lot of shiny things.
Hmm.
And if you would like to take me to the elder, maybe they could be yours.
I don't think you're fully grasping the situation. He moves back kind of his shawl. Now you can see on his well-made armor is a lotus symbol on the chest plate.
Ah. Is the elder a goblin?
Yes.
Does the armor appear goblin made?
Yeah.
Would I need to roll a history check for that?
Sure. Give me a history check.
Okay.
Does it fit?
It's
Well,
extremely well.
I just rolled a nat 20.
What the?
It fits
no,
very well.
you're got how 3 times in a row?
I did.
I did. That was my first nat 20 of the game.
He's saying between the three of
Oh.
you, each of 3 times in a row, it's been.
I also have a new dice.
They are good.
Yeah, this is actually their first game, the first time they've been used.
567 kind of like thinks for a minute. And he's like, "You guys seem kind of nice. Let me make myself abundantly clear. If you try anything against me, the goblin population, or our queen, I'll fuck you up."
Okay, is your queen Lily? I say in common.
He like looks at you like just rage in his eyes, and he says, "Your Highness." He looks confused, incredulous.
Well, we are contacts of her royalness.
Are you?
Yes, actually. I have
Are you shouting this or are you stepping forward?
what?
Have you stepped forward or are you like shouting this
He
across?
stepped forward a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm within like talking range. She sent me on an errand, and I am here to return to her what she desired.
I let slip, although I don't know how happy she'll be that we killed her bone naga.
That wasn't.
That wasn't
was-
really hers.
Oh. I was letting that slip because, you know, we killed a bone naga and I wanted to say that out loud in front of dude.
He is a little nervous. He's starting to grasp the situation more. He's kind of looking for exit routes. So he's like, "Well, this was great.
Good
I'm
talk.
gonna go. I'm gonna go."
And, well, I'm going to in Goblin talk to him. I'm going to say that I've noticed the insignia on his armor.
Wait, can I pick his pockets?
True.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess.
Good old Maren.
Can I sleight of hand then?
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand.
Alright. Is it advantage for being invis?
Man, goblins are pretty good at catching things.
Just go for it. You don't need too much more advantage.
18.
Yeah.
What, does he have pouches on him?
He's got a couple days rations for the long days in the caves. He's got a photo of, not like a photo, he's got a small like cave drawing of like a family. He has a club, a scimitar, and a short bow.
Damn, he's kidded.
And so the only thing he's holding is the club, right?
Yeah, the scimitar is on his back along with the short bow.
Yoink.
Okay, yeah, I'm taking those.
Yeah,
And you said just like a couple days rations. And what was the sketch of again?
The sketch was of his family. You assume.
Yeah, I take that.
Yeah, all yours.
Shit. I mean, at this point, I was saying that I recognize the insignia on his armor, and I wanted to ask, can he...
You should.
I'm going to ask if he can take us to her.
To the queen?
Mm-hmm.
I've never met the queen.
Who do you know that has?
The Elder?
Could he take us to her?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my pouch of gold.
How many arrows?
How many arrows do you have? Like 10 arrows.
That'll do.
I'm gonna pull out my pouch of gold.
Can
And
I
I'm
roll
going-
a perception to see if I can see Maren doing this?
No.
I'm gonna transform my hat into the mining hat and turn the light on him.
Okay. Maren becomes visible.
What?
If I'm still behind...
Yeah, he casts a shadow.
Yeah, if I'm behind if I'm behind him, then he casts a shadow, right?
Right, but your top half wouldn't, right?
So, okay, but...
Aren't you a Morpheus?
The sinking into the shadow rule. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Fucking hiding in his shadow.
But yeah, I say,
Gotcha.
yeah, the Elder, and I bring out the coin pouch, and I jingle it, and I turn the light on him, so he's, getting a bright light in the face.
I've heard that us goblins love gold, and we cherish it above anything. I would fucking die before I show you where the Elder is.
Why
All right, Maren, get him.
secrecy?
Well then.
Finally, and I spring out of the shadow, and can I put him in a I guess I want to suplex this goblin.
Oh no! Don't hurt him
What's
too
the
bad,
damage?
Maren. No.
Okay, suplex the goblin. I guess that'd be a strength contest?
Yeah,
Would that be a
Against
grapple?
a goblin.
yeah,
That's a grapple, right?
yeah. It's a grapple, which I want. Isn't grapple athletics?
I think it's just a strength contest.
Okay.
One day we'll be the good guys.
In doing so, can I? Oh, actually, no. It's still just a strength contest.
Alright, and I'm rolling.
16.
15.
Neato. 16.
Yep, you got him.
All right, I suplex this goblin.
I start methodically pulling a length of rope out from under my cloak.
The suplex would be an attack.
Hmm.
Making
Wait, what kind of suplex?
What's it when you grab them and bend your back over and like?
a complete German suplex? That's kind of
Yeah.
extreme.
I thought that was called a Greek bridge.
German suplex.
I start to roll a cigarette.
Yep.
I bring.
Once Maren jumps
is
the
this
guy.
starting combat? Is this starting combat for all of us, or basically?
No.
Okay. Then I've got the rope out, and I walk over to Maren.
Yep, German suplex.
Yep.
Yeah, we do that. It sort of feels like a not too unfamiliar series of events, sort of thing.
Yeah, make an unarmed attack roll versus goblin.
All right. So is the 16 just a grapple?
Yeah, you got him. You grappled.
Okay,
It's like a surefire hit.
If I use my
Oh, and he was surprised, so you had advantage, right?
oh yeah, if I use my my hexblade as gauntlets, do I use it? Is it like a weapon attack, or is it still just unarmed?
No. You're using like gravity.
Okay. Unarmed.
Oh, and Kyle, thanks for giving me that cool ass gauntlet from the treasure chest. Did you guys ever choose your enchanted gear from the treasure chest?
We didn't get enchanted gear.
What for the what?
Everybody got something from the treasure chest. Whatever
Yeah.
that
Yeah, they got
Northwing opened up.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
for
remember
unarmored
getting
attack,
anything.
I don't think I add proficiency. In which case, 17. If it's with proficiency, then 20.
Damage?
Oh! I thought you meant like a to hit. I see.
No, he doesn't need to hit. You don't need to hit him. You already got him in your hands.
Please don't kill him.
And in Lee, if you haven't received anything, make some.
Yeah. So,
Maren.
1 second. D4 for that for unarmed.
Okay.
4 damage.
I have
Um,
two rolls.
Maren picks this guy up, slams him on his head, and you immediately seeing blood pool off his forehead.
Snubble yelps and is like, "I told you not to hurt him."
He's probably not dead.
He coughs up some blood. Oh, Jesus.
Like you didn't.
Yeah, he's not here right now. You've got Maren
No,
instead.
no, you said over your dead body. I responded, Goblin. Huh? I said, you said over your dead body. I responded, Goblin.
Okay, all right. Word up. You have him in a German suplex. He
Because
is.
now I want to know how that fucking thing got here.
He attempts to try to break out of your suplex. He rolls a 13 to break out.
I got a nat 20.
Yep, he is locked in.
Do you need me to step in?
Huh? Oh, he. Can I like press deeper down and like try to see if I can like, basically just dig his spine deeper into the ground, into a more uncomfortable position. I don't know how you said more.
You can switch into a
Into
you
a
want to
hole?
go into a more interrogation position?
Yeah, help me with this sweet wrestling.
I've
It'd
got
be,
rope.
it'd be some kind of face lock. Let's how in there do you want to get? What's Daniel Bryan's lock? 1 second.
Teach me wrestling so that I can wrestle this goblin to almost death.
But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, we'll do that to that goblin.
Yeah, you transition into Daniel Bryan's face lock, and he is
look,
less than happy.
I'm gonna bring the rope over and start biting his ankles.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Look, little.
Can I
I
have
want-
rolled my cigarette and put it in my cigarette holder and have
Yeah, you can be
lit it?
smoking it by now.
Yeah.
Snubble's a little pissy today.
Look,
I'm,
little.
I'm
gal.
just watching this go down.
They let you do this the easy way. It was a mind-numbing conversation, and you weren't particularly polite. I summon up a ethereal dagger. I'm going to chat with you now, and you're going to be more responsive. So first,
Are you gonna get an ear, Maren?
I'll get more than an ear. First, what came through that killed off the previous inhabitants?
He says, I don't know. I have not seen it.
And I press the dagger into just a little bit into his chest, enough to draw blood. You said you have a pretty solid. You have a pretty solid idea. You had a pretty good speculation. Go ahead and give me that.
I'm trying to think of him as a person, if he would tell you. Yeah, he'd probably tell you. Giant, some kobold killing fucker ran through and killed all the kobolds. That's all I fucking know.
Sounds about right.
Wonderful. Part 2. Now you're going to tell us where we can find the elder. I burp in his face.
He seems kind of weak. He's kind of like conflicted on what he'll say. He finally finds the words. Like, you can only find the elder if you first eat shit.
Are goblins humanoids?
Yes.
Wonderful. I take some time. I'll give it 30 minutes. I'm gonna torture this goblin first.
No.
And to see if he'll give me some answers. Again, you chose this route. I just want you to understand that as I start flaying him.
No,
Maren,
don't.
this is
What?
no.
There's a whole party here.
I get
The goblins won't fucking talk to us if we do that.
they'll never find its body.
We have to talk to the elder.
Yeah. Okay.
If we're going to kill him
Look.
quickly.
I start to flay him, and I hear the general complaints from the party, and I stop. Fine, we'll do this the quick and easy way. I turn the dagger in my hand, and I just kill the goblin.
No.
Maren.
And I summon it back up as a specter.
No, please. I want to
Maren.
take part in this.
Oh,
It's
did you want to kill the goblin?
no. I was gonna do something else.
Oh, well,
Nope. Me and Maren are having a spat now.
He was really being a hassle.
he was being too difficult.
But do you see what's on his armor here? I turn the body over
Yeah.
and then point at the specter.
Uh-huh.
It's a large organization.
Yeah, they won't miss it too much.
He didn't seem like an important cog in the machine.
Yeah, but they also seem like people who are absolutely no nonsense.
We've killed off their men already.
He didn't even know Lily. It's all right.
Yeah, I start to burn the body, and I want to take the piece of armor that had the sigil.
It's a small goblin-sized chest plate.
Okay. We'll deal with that later, but for now, and I just toss that in the bag of holding.
Why did you kill him?
Well, because now we can make him give us more answers. And I turn to the specter. Would you be a dear and take us to the elder?
Wait, what is your fucking what is your alignment?
That's none of your concern.
Because you just killed a bound person.
He was giving us a hard time.
He was harmless.
Would you have prefer he unbound him?
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'm just saying, like,
How long does she have to be
Murdering-
awake before it's okay?
I don't know. If I want to kill someone, I want them to have a weapon in their hand and them to be facing me and it to be even.
well, that's
Maren,
low.
text me your alignment real quick, and let's keep going.
Okay.
Text
Yeah,
you what?
the ghost like kind of like floats and then like just turns down the hallway and starts floating that way.
All right, and now we have our answer to the Goblin Elder.
Alright. I guess I follow Maren as he... I assume you're leading the way. It's your specter.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can see it.
You approach. You keep going down and down until you reach kind of a gate area. It kind of takes up half the cave height wise.
Can
And
I
there's some
use
goblins
perception
standing
to
at the
check
front.
for any more traps? Maybe
No
more traps?
traps. Traps aren't really these goblin style.
Okay.
Mm,
That's weird.
interesting goblins.
Good to know.
After like moving into a place where all the traps were sprung and like nobody survived.
All
They're
right,
kind of-
wait. We're at a gate. Should we knock on this door, this figurative doorway here, with
The
our
ghost keeps
weapons
floating towards the
drawn?
door.
Huh?
The ghost keeps floating towards the gateway.
Should we go there armed and clearly aggressive, or should we use diplomacy yet again?
I see
Because
no-
they can't see his specter. They don't know he's dead.
Can
I
they
see.
not?
No, I'm pretty sure they can.
They can.
I'm pretty sure they can, but I can also dismiss it.
Snuble, if you can see the specter, they can see the specter.
Oh, I just thought that was big dragon magic. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I mean, I asked the Spectre, nod once if the Goblin Elder is through this door.
He nods.
All right, I tell it to wait just outside the door as we go through. I'll stand.
Are we standing armed, or are we keeping things packed away?
I'll let that be your choice, and I hop into your shadow.
There's two goblins in front of the gate who can see the ghost.
Then, like before we get to wherever like we actually see goblins, I tell it to stand off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Can you summon it as long
I
as it's
still have my weapon sheathed, and when it's
Like, if you
sheathed,
go
it's
far
really
away-
hard to detect because it's like black leather on black leather stuff. So you can't really see that my sword's there. Unless
So are you
I'm
saying your
holding it.
nun wears black leather?
Yeah, just it,
Yeah,
I-
we just talked about non-fetish gear.
Uh,
One sec.
Your remains at my service. So yes, I can just summon it back up.
Guys, did you say anything? Could you hear me saying over and over?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because the PC went into sleep mode and I apologize.
It's just for the sheath. That's the only leather I'm wearing. Everything else is still cloth.
Okay, and you looked that up?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can?
It stays bound in my service, so I mean, it would probably have to still float its way there, but it's still there.
So it wouldn't like...
Nope,
Poof.
there's no range on it. It's just until it dies or until I take a long rest.
Then, yeah, you said there were two goblin guards, like clearly guards?
Mhm.
I'm going to... Does anyone else speak goblin here?
No.
No.
But yeah, I'm going to address the guards in goblin and introduce myself and us as a, Shit, what should I introduce this as?
I'm gonna have my journal out and interrupt real quick and ask, how do you tell time underground?
In common.
Very carefully.
Yeah, you're gonna get goblin
Would you
answers.
teach me how to.
Yeah,
If
no
it's
problem.
easy.
Where's 567?
567?
Who's that?
Whom is that?
One of our friends just went down that path. You see him?
I did not. I must have
We
missed
saw
him.
someone...
Ooh, that's a deception on Lee.
Alright.
I was gonna say that we did see someone, but that they went the other way.
15.
Yeah, I guess it worked.
We did pass them into the other world.
They're still wary of you. They're kind of blocking the door. And
I,
those guards do.
Well, like I was saying, I was trying to introduce myself in goblin for them.
Sure, go ahead.
Because, well, how many goblin speakers are there besides goblins?
Probably here and there.
but I was going to introduce myself and then the party as we are a group of sellswords in Her Highness's employ, and we are trying to make our way to her in a less open manner.
Oh, he says, "Fuck you."
You know, I get that. I get that.
Your
Okay.
shadow cackles.
Well, a place like this, though, y'all have to have an elder here, yeah?
Yeah, we totally do.
And everything.
Oh yeah.
And does he know we're here?
They both take out scimitars. Not yet.
Wait a minute.
I drop
mean,
my sword.
Respond in Goblin one more time. If you're absolutely sure you want to do this, but keep in mind, I and my party could wipe your entire city out.
He says, he like looks behind him. 238, light the fuses, and you hear, you see smoke coming up behind the gate.
Fuck it.
Um,
Can
How
I
far
jump
away
up?
is he from me?
You guys are at talking distance, like 30 or 40 feet.
If I'm attacking, I can move up to 50 feet, and I'm going to spring at him and try to stop him from lighting the fuse.
Somebody you cannot see is lighting the fuse.
Oh,
so, but can we tell where the fuse is being lit? So,
Wait, yeah,
wait.
there's smoke coming from the other side of there's like a small gate in the middle and like a barricade that takes up about half of the total size of the cave.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
be
jump
gone
over
over.
that?
Not terribly easily, but yes.
whatever. I want to rush in and sort of hit him with blunt end of my sword.
Who?
The guy that just gave the order.
Yeah, he's standing next to another one. You want to hit him with the blunt side? Is that to say that you're doing this non-lethal?
Yes.
Okay.
Question: can we see the fuse?
You can see the smoke from the fuse.
They said light the fuse, though, so we know it's a fuse.
Mhm.
Okay. And how far away is this from me?
You see a gate about 30 or 40 feet away, and on the other side of the gate, there's smoke. That's about all you see. There are 2 goblins on this side of the gate.
Okay.
We might as well roll initiative.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yep.
Thalia has 10.
I got 18.
12.
One second.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna use a DM inspiration to re-roll that. 21.
Oh my God.
It was worth it.
Sure.
What is it?
The new movie.
Oh no.
The new-
10 on Thalia,
10 for Thalia.
Snuble,
19.
Maren,
12.
and 21 for Luke.
Just for some clarity, so there's a door or a gate?
A gate and a pretty thick wall, but you can see through the slats of it.
We can see through the slats of the wall.
It's like iron bar gate and a stone wall, mostly made of refuse and wreckage, but stuck together with something.
Is
like
it set to the ceiling?
Yeah,
It extends halfway to the ceiling.
halfway to the ceiling. Okay, and can we see anyone on the other side of the gate?
You cannot. To the left side of the bars, on the left side is where the smoke's coming up. You can't really see behind it, but you can see the 2 goblin guards.
Can we tell if it's coming from up on top of the wall or if it's on the other side of the wall?
You can't really tell that.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to clarify all those things before we
Roll some goblins.
So, can I attack?
1 second.
Alright.
You don't go first.
Do I go up soon because I need to pee?
Hey, Snuble, you should.
All right. Somebody you can't see's turn, and you see more smoke come up from the other side of the gate. And now it's Lee's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the guy with a basic attack.
Oh, the guy right in front of you?
Yeah.
Sure. Just a regular basic attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot I need to roll these individually. So, does a 17 hit?
It does.
That would be 9 damage.
Sure.
I'm going to hit him in the chest with my fist.
He's just gonna kill a fucking goblin.
I rolled a 12.
Sure.
Does that
To hit or damage?
To hit.
It hits anyway, and I'll tell you why. So, Lee walks up, and what's the first hit? Was a punch?
I hit him with my sword.
You knock him unconscious with the blunt side of your sword, and then while he's asleep, you kind of like just stomp his chest.
Maybe, I suppose, after we've gotten to the capital?
Sure, you'll see. You're already in the
Or
capital,
what-
technically.
Once she's had time to tinker more, I suppose.
Yep.
But I still have that climbing gauntlet. Or the digging gauntlet.
Yeah, Lee, you are done your turn, and it's Goblin 2's turn, and he's, I don't know, he's upset.
Basically.
No, I was just...
Kyle, am I still afraid?
I mean, like, generally, but not of these goblins.
Okay. But it's... What with them
Not
talking
afraid.
about the thing not being around?
Yeah, none of them have imposed that this thing is near you, so you're probably fine.
Okay.
Second goblin does a fucking badass backflip and attempts to flip over the barrier. Nat 20.
Fuck yeah!
Damn.
Everyone's rolling good tonight.
Using Nimble Escape, he uses his bonus action as a disengage, as to jack, and backflips over the side of the wall, and he is gone. It's probably not that easy. He like hits a couple handhold stuff. It's very high. It's like a pretty tall wall. You could say like 15 feet. And he is gone. He has disappeared behind the wall.
There goes diplomacy.
You actually see him sprinting on the other side of the gate, sprinting backward.
Where do we go from here?
It goes to Snuble's turn is where it goes from here.
Okay. And where am I?
You
I was
are.
at the front of the group, and then Lee came in and destroyed someone next to me.
Yeah, a little bit ahead of you, about 15 feet, is Lee in front of the gate. And on the other side of the gate, about 20, maybe 30 feet away, you can see the goblins sprinting away.
Okay.
That is all you can see. You can see some smoke.
Yeah. I am going to pull out my lance and dash forward toward the left side of the gate. And using the ring of jump, I'm going to try and make it up over it with my gauntlet outstretched to grab if I fuck this up. So
Sure, you can. Give me a perception roll while you're up
oh sure,
in midair.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, to notice? Okay, so over the wall, you see the person running. In the air over the wall is where you are.
Mhm.
You see a goblin with glasses lighting some fuses, like really getting into explosions. And also on top of the wall, in kind of a cloaked part, through his stealth gear, you can see a goblin with a bow. On the top part of the wall on the right. You also see a bunch of barrels of gunpowder.
Okay, yeah. At that moment, I'm going to turn my mining lamp off and switch it back over to that slouch hat that she wears with the feather in it.
Ah.
Is there any way for me to roll stealth right now?
No, God no.
I didn't think so.
But you're still in the air, so where are you going to land? Where are you trying to land?
Over the gate somewhere.
Okay, did you jump
She
straight?
ran
Did you
to
jump
make
to the
it
right?
over. I jumped towards smoke.
Okay, you jump to the left. I'm going to say you land just on the other side of the wall, next to the pyrotechnic goblin, who is lighting up some fuses that lead to barrels right on the side of the gate.
Is there anything else I can do now?
And all you did was jump.
Okay. How close am I to the pyrotechnics goblin?
10 feet.
Okay, yeah, I have the lance and I extend it, and I suppose is he surprised?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the lance since he'll be within range of it.
Okay. Regular lance attack?
I think so. This will also be a sneak attack then, since he's surprised now.
Sure.
Fuck. Well, I need a shit ton of d6s and a d12. Okie doke. Do I need to roll the hit?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 19.
Hits.
All right. Let me roll my damage out. 31.
Your attack does not quite go through the wall behind the goblin.
Holy fuck. So did I skewer him?
You puncture a hole through his chest. He does not have time to think about how he feels, and he slumps down on the lance.
Okay. I retract the tip. And can I take any extra actions to... Can I see the fuse?
You can, and it's much worse than you thought. You don't have much time. You think you have about 10 seconds before this cleavage goes up.
Okay.
But you also don't have any moves left. It is Maren's turn.
I saw someone with a bow on the top, right?
Can I see the runner?
You can see the runner through the slats in the gates, and yes, Snuble.
Thank you.
That is all we needed. How far away is the runner?
From you? Who are
Yeah.
you standing next to?
I was standing where Snuble started.
So,
yes.
like, 40 feet.
40 feet from me, and how far? And that's what, like 30 feet past the gate?
That's like 20 feet past the gate. You're 15 or 20 feet on the other side.
Oh, that's fucking perfect. Cool, okay. So, I'm going to run up to the gate at full, like, not actually dashing, but at full sprint. And as I get 5 feet from the gate, I put out my hand, and a series of polygons and hex marks appear on the runner as I put my Hexblade's curse on it. I then use Relentless Hex to teleport 30 feet to it and attack it.
Okay.
So like just phasing through the gate, break into a bunch of like black ravens or some edgy shit like that, and reappear in front of him and with a big old sword and swipe.
In front, as in, because he's running backwards.
Is he? Oh, he's running
He's not
back.
running backwards. He's running forwards away from the wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
running,
like
no,
sort
he's
of appear just to his side and try to sweep to cleave this Gerblin in half.
Okay, swing.
The first one is 20 on that. The second one is 23.
Okay, they both hit.
So 20 slashing and 2 fire.
Yeah, you fucking eviscerate him.
Yeah, 2 swipes. First one through the chest. Second one decapitating. His body just sort of ignites for me there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dust off the coat and take a look around to see where the smoke is coming from.
You see Snuble staring at some fuses that look very close to exploding, and it is Thalia's turn.
Hey Thalia, we have a problem.
I'm noticing.
City kobolds are usually a good thing to have. They create your sewer systems and they help you find stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Lily wiped them out.
Okay, so I get up as close as I can to the wall
I'm
thing.
not gonna talk very long.
I cast Shatter in the where I'm estimating smoke is coming from.
Shatter?
It's a 10-foot.
She doesn't have to see the point. It just has to be within range.
Maren used all my goddamn good spell slots last session, so I'm scraping the bottom of the explosive barrel at this point.
Yeah.
That was a good pun. That was good.
I yell for Snuble to get out of the way,
Okay.
get away from the barrels or whatever is on
And
fire.
I just
I
realized
can't.
where that is where I am too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm,
Both of you dumbasses need to get out of the way.
can't do that. But hopefully I have more hit points than a fuse.
Let's find out. Does Snuble have more hit points than a... You healed last time, though. That'll be fine.
I've got cure wounds. I like them enough to heal them.
Okay. Roll those dice.
17.
Okay. Let's get the saves from our human players.
Con
Yes.
save of 15.
Con, okay.
So what am I doing?
Rolling a con save of 15. 5.
Okay. So you take the full damage.
I take half damage because it's an allied attack, but yeah.
Wait.
So it's like quarter damage if you pass, half damage if you fail.
And Snubble got 13.
Yep.
So how much
Take
damage?
half or maybe a quarter because of uncanny dodge.
Mm-hmm.
It
Half.
was 17 damage.
17. So
Half would
you
be
can
8.
choose to use your bonus
Rounded
action to
down.
half that again.
That's what I'm doing.
I take.
So how much do I take?
He takes
Quarter of 17.
4.
Okay. I am now at 41 HP.
What's your armor class, Maren?
17.
Hits. 19.
Ow.
After you guys have successfully put out the fire as you're celebrating, a goblin pops out from the top of the wall, knocks an arrow in his bow, and lets loose onto our friend Maren. 3 damage.
Where does it hit, if I may?
Your chest?
I buck under the impact of the arrow. Ow.
Yeah.
That wasn't particularly polite. I pull the arrow out, and it's not
Ooh,
my turn.
I
to
wouldn't
go
do that
on.
with a goblin arrowhead.
For 3 damage, it couldn't have gone too deep.
He climbs over to the other side of the wall while doing a contest against Thalia to hide.
Does Snuble see this?
Not after he goes over the wall, no. And probably from where you were, the angle's too steep. You might not have even seen him shoot.
Is it also against Lee? Because isn't she over there?
Yes.
Alright, perception, you say?
Yeah, versus stealth.
Okie doke.
Where's my dice roller?
13.
Nope.
14.
It needs it. So I think you get him? Yeah.
Cool.
Get him? Yeah, you see him. He's just kind of hanging on this. And that's his turn.
Hey, you.
That's all. Go lead.
I want to turn around and hop up the wall to see what everyone's doing.
Okay.
When I see Lee's head pop over, can I just say, the one over there is the last one alive?
Can I see him?
You could. Where are you looking over the wall now?
To where Maren indicated.
So you're peeking over the wall looking at Maren?
No, I think he climbed up the
I
wall,
climbed up the
heard
wall.
that, and looked back down the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him.
Alright. I'm gonna throw 2 throwing stars at him.
Okay.
Does a 14 and a 19 respectively hit?
The 19 hits.
Okay. For 7 damage.
Yep, you pick him off the wall and he is dead.
Shit.
True?
You did it. Encounter over.
Where does he fall?
On the first side of the wall, just fall straight down.
Okay.
Hey, that was the most important part. We did it. We did
You guys
it.
are once again
Yay!
inside.
Yay.
I
Got rid of
breathe a
barrel
sigh of
potion.
relief,
Okay.
dust myself off a little, tighten the straps on my gauntlet, and put the lance back on my back.
You guys got, how many were there? So, 50 each.
Yeah. Don't worry, team. We haven't leveled up yet.
Yeah, remember how much that means we got, and I'll factor it in later.
Can I do like a quick check of these gerblins to see if they had anything, on them other than the same stuff that 526 had?
567.
Family photos, scimitars and short bows and lotus armor and
I take their family photos.
Photos or sketches?
sketches.
Okay.
I take their family sketches and pile up the bodies.
These goblins really seem to care about their family.
Yeah, and then I ignite the bodies.
They burn.
Do you want to ask them any questions?
Nope, can't.
Gotcha.
All right. I summon over the specter of, you said 567?
Spell slots or something you can do.
The specter.
Mhm.
It's a feature of the class. So I call him over and tell him to point us toward, be a lamb and point us towards the Goblin Elder, please.
He keeps just floating towards the path.
All right.
Down the same.
Well, onwards and outwards.
Yeah. Wait. Is this path like? So what's on the other side of this gate? Is it like a town or?
Seems much the same.
Okay.
So, ruins?
Just like a cave, like a big cave. You can slowly see like where there might have been. It used to be stuff, but those places were looted and picked and stripped bare to build a barricade.
Are there any more draconic messages down here anywhere?
Not recent ones.
Or old kobold things?
Okay. In that case, there is one thing I'd like to do, and that is, before we go forward, ask the resident scaly folk to open the gate before we continue.
The resident scaly folk to do what?
Open the gate. So unlock the gate, and so that it's open.
Oh, the ghosts of the dead?
No. Snuble or Lee.
Oh.
I open the gate.
I was about to say, do you want to do the honors?
Oh, certainly.
It's not too tough. You actually find the key to the gates inside one of the guards on that side.
Oh, there.
The ignition guy, he had the key, and you open it up. Sure.
Goodness. That poor guy.
Oh, actually, can I gather that gunpowder?
Not from the ones that burst.
Yeah,
That's
are there
safe.
other?
Actually,
Were there-
yeah. Can I take some and put some in some glass vials?
Yeah, was there?
Sure.
Other, okay, how much gunpowder do we collect?
How many glass vials do you have?
I have.
I have 5, and I want to use. Wait.
I have an empty
Yeah,
bottle.
I have 5, and I want to use 3.
I have a poisoner's kit which has.
So I'll.
It doesn't say how many vials, but it's 2 pounds in total. So I don't know, but I do have a bag of holding.
I have an empty beer bottle.
I guess you can use a bag of holding.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll put a whole barrel of that shit in it.
What did you say, Snuble?
I said I have an empty beer bottle.
Yep, you can put it in there.
Yeah, can I just put a barrel in the bag of holding?
You wouldn't fit in the lip. You could pour a barrel in.
Wait, if I seal this in a beer bottle and fling it into flame, would it work as a... What's that for weapons where you just make them out of something real quick and use them?
Improvised weapon?
Would that be like an improvised grenade?
It would be like an improvised grenade.
I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. I empty out the quiver of arrows, and I fill that with gunpowder.
Why would you...
Sure.
And then I just take off the strap and wrap that around and singe it closed.
Okay. Will you singe it closed?
Yeah, from the outside. Like I heat up the leather strap as I wrap it around so that it sort of melts closed.
I mean, okay. It's a lot of undue risk, but it goes well.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Mm-hmm.
you said there were some cobalt things around?
Mhm.
Is there anything that would be tech-wise similar to Mile Warren?
No. Most metal scraps and all that have been picked up and carried off.
So there's no signs of old equipment or like a base that they would have sat on or anything?
Not old equipment, but you actually get the picture of children's drawings on the walls.
Yeah, this place is a fucking grave.
Mm-hmm.
My sneaking suspicion is very depressing here.
Well, I wrinkle my nose in distaste and follow the specter.
Okay. The specter, as it leads down the path, it eventually opens up into what you see like a large... So the path gets tighter and tighter until it ends at a giant central like cave walkway that leads down into a large city kind of area beneath. If that makes sense. So it's like a large... It's in a large opening. You guys come out of a small pathway on the sides, and there's some steps down into a large city. It's bustling.
With goblins.
With goblin folk?
Who knows?
Well,
Can I pick up any scents?
There are a myriad of things.
A melange?
What you also see is that in the center of this opening, there is a single spiral staircase up.
Are there any more claw marks anywhere?
Yeah, all over this place.
I point towards the spiral staircase. Good specter. Would that be where the elder is?
Because he nods no.
Or he shakes his head no?
Yeah.
Where's the specter or where's the goblin elder?
He points to the base of the stairs.
Can he lie?
No.
Okay.
He follows verbal commands.
Well, that must be killing him
Yeah.
if he weren't already dead.
Oh yeah, it sucks for them.
I pull the hood of my... Well, actually, no. I pull the brim of my hat down.
I pull the hood of my cape up.
I guess I have the specter risque. I can see the base of the stairs.
So
right?
we're whispering back and forth. though, on
Yeah,
this
it's
small-
kind of far off, but you can.
But we're whispering at the top of this little alcove set of stairs, right?
Yeah. I mean, you guys aren't like super hidden, but they can't see you.
Yeah. How far away is the staircase?
The staircase all the way down. It's kind of a ways. You have to walk like through the bottom area, down into the city, get to the center of it, and then go up that staircase down in the middle.
But like how many? Are we talking like a mile, half a mile?
I think like a mile and a half is probably fine.
This is an enormous room.
It's a room with a purpose.
I don't know that kobolds would have constructed this.
Yeah, a mile is very far. Okay.
Hey, that thing could really chew through some rock.
What could chew through rock?
Whatever made those scratches back there.
I don't think so, but I'm sure it chewed through a bunch of kobolds.
hit you through a bunch of kobolds. What's the move?
What was your plan?
I was thinking of using a teleportation, but it wouldn't be far enough.
I mean, like I said, you could disguise yourself to bring prisoners, but that could go bad.
Could go bad. Could go very bad. But, you know, we'll never know unless we try.
I turn to Lee and say, and you're really absolutely sure Lily will be pleased to see us?
I believe so, yes. Why wouldn't she be? She asked me to do this, and we're
Well, everyone
completely
we've
for-
told...
Wait, Kyle, how tall are goblins in this world? Like, are there tall goblins?
You said 3 feet.
Well, I'm saying, are all the goblins that we've run into 3 feet tall, or are there, like...
they're not really any different heights.
Okay.
They're like kobolds.
Well, I know, but I was just making sure that there weren't also, like, tall goblins and stuff.
I'm sure they exist. They're not very common. To be fair, you can really see what's going on in the city down below. A little bit of a walk down, but not everybody seems goblin height.
Well, then.
For this room, my only thought would have been that if it was part of the kobold stuff, it would have been a dragon's chamber.
I don't know.
What are you guys doing?
Old history. Okay. How does this sound? Everyone here we can't all go invisible, but we can all disguise ourselves, correct?
True. I can certainly use my glamour-studded armor to make it look like Lily's chest plates and a cloak.
I could wear the goblin's chest plate.
I can just turn invisible.
Okay.
That works.
And I can also just turn invisible. Alright. Let's go with this. You two travel disguised. Lee and I will travel invisible.
Okay.
Thalia, I'll stick in your shadow in case anything goes poorly. And Lee, what are you doing to stay invisible?
Concentrating.
Well, do we have to worry about a time limit? Do you have spell slots you're using?
The incantation lasts an hour.
Well, very
That's
well.
time if we can move at a brisk pace. You could go ahead of us or stick with us.
I will move slightly ahead, but never too far ahead.
All right.
Well, I'm going to cover myself up as best I can. Ears and tail, I'll pull the cloak out and keep the hat low, all that, but I'll make sure that the breastplate is easily discernible.
And how high is the ceiling?
High.
All right. I have the specter stay like directly above me, but at the ceiling.
What's the range on it?
There is no range. It simply follows verbal commands until it's gone.
Will it away?
Until it dies, or until I take a long rest.
What is the direction you give it?
Stay above me as high as you can in this chamber.
Okay. It fades off towards the ceiling.
I feel like you were making a bargain with a fairy. Like there's going to be some kind of fucking twist.
I mean,
I feel like you would feel your will. Well, okay. I, wrap my cloak around me as best I can. Keep my face as well hidden as I can, despite horns and ears. And I strap the breastplate over my leather.
Sure. And you guys descend down into the depth, and it's pretty much fine, actually.
Do we run into anybody?
As you get down towards the bottom, you see that there's just large amounts of goblins going this way and that. You see some mixed in other things, some lesser demons, beasts all walking around, coexisting.
Does anyone give me any looks as a kobold?
No.
Okay. Do I see any others?
No.
Okay. Wouldn't think so.
Are we seeing like lesser demons and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm looking a little more confused because the closer and closer we get to Lily, the less I thought this was how it would be.
Oh, I get that.
Oh, I'm just absolutely, angry, but just doing my best to hide my face.
and I think I'm smug, invisible in a shadow, but smug in my, seeing some of my thoughts come to light as truths.
Sure. Yeah, there's all manner of fucking beasts and shit here.
Yeah. Do I pick up on anything, talking-wise?
Any languages we can...
All kinds. Some
I speak
infernals, some
Sylvan.
goblins.
Yeah, I speak Infernal and Sylvan.
Infernal, they're just kind of asking each other how the day's going. They're asking about if they're ready for something,
Ready for what?
kind of getting hyped for something. That's about it. They're not really descript.
Do we pass any businesses, or is it just like abodes and domiciles?
There's some. This doesn't seem to be in businesses per se. It's not a thriving city as you first thought. It's more of an encampment.
Okay. Built along these old towers and ruins, or it's just old residential stuff?
Certainly built along. There seems to be old ruins that are even old. There seems to be old ruins that had aged, and then hundreds of years later were smashed, and the buildings were built around those.
Do I recognize any of the architecture at all?
You get the vibe the buildings that were smashed you would have liked to.
Okay then. Yeah, I suppose. Do I hear anything of note, or is it just the same?
There's a bunch of fucking people talking, like all kinds of languages and shit.
Okay.
Not too much draconic.
Yeah, yeah.
Did I mention they're all dead? That's just kind of what's going on. You want to listen in on something, Jack?
Whoever was speaking Abyssal.
Abyssal.
Yeah.
Infernal.
I'll find somebody that's speaking Abyssal. It is undercommon okay.
Yeah.
Sure, there's some drow.
Bards speak a lot of languages.
There is some drow communicating with each other.
Anything of note?
Yeah, they're talking about like when they can expect the next move. They don't really know what's going on, but they're anticipating something.
Okay.
I think I have a good question.
Okay.
I cast Detect Magic.
There's plenty of fucking magic there.
Alright.
What is
What is
the attire like?
Undead.
No one's undead.
Oh, never. I thought you said they were all undead.
No, he was saying all the kobolds are dead.
Yeah, drive the nail in harder.
To be fair, there's some undead, but not like peculiarly so.
But I'm asking what their attire looks like. What's the general look?
Different looks depending on who you look at.
Okay, so they're not wearing any sort of a uniform.
They do have the sigils placed here and there, but they're all wearing something different.
Okay.
But they are wearing that Lotus shit. But no uniform, if that makes sense. They're not wearing the same thing.
All right. All right then. But it looks like, different foreigners' outfits and things like that.
Exactly.
Okay. I guess we continue to move on.
The ragtag uniform.
Nobody really gives you a hard time. You see some weird shit as you go, though. You think you see a flesh golem at one point? It's kind of weird.
A flesh golem?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Until eventually you reach the Elder's hut. It is not guarded.
Is it big? Like a longhouse?
It is a very big, like, ancestral.
Okay, it's stately.
More of like a Powhatan longhouse.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I checked the door.
There is no door. It's a
Aren't you
Powhatan
invisible?
Is
longhouse.
it like a?
You are ahead of us.
How do you customarily say hello to an elder?
Are you speaking invisibly to an elder?
I'm whispering
voice-
to you.
The instant you break the precipice of the door, a voice rings out. Come forth, child.
What does the voice sound like?
Old and scraggly.
Okay.
I uncloak and walk forward once I'm inside.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm at the steps with Thalia.
You three. Come in.
We
Yeah.
come through.
Okay. I step in further with Thalia next to me.
Does the elder say that after Lee has already stepped in, or before?
Yes. After.
Okay, yeah, I step out of Talia's shadow.
You see at the end of the longhouse, mixed in with a bunch of other different kinds of creatures and races, there's a goblin sitting on a throne. Next to him, there's a pixie.
A what?
A
A
pixie.
pixie.
Huh. Is this some berserk shit?
Whose eyes are glowing.
The pixie or the goblin?
The pixie.
Okay.
So I can assume you all to be the leaders of the rabble around.
We are.
Do you
Or
know who we are?
I am.
And is this the?
Wait, stop! You're addressing royalty.
Is this the goblin elder speaking?
Yes.
I assume you know why we're here.
I can guess.
Wonderful. then it would be our pleasure if you would point us in the direction of Her Highness.
You seem accustomed to strong-arming people. Does anybody else in this... He looks past you. He asks if anybody else in your party speaks!
Ah,
Uh,
Yes, sir.
I believe all of us speak at least one language.
I pull the wrappings out from around my muzzle and take the hat off, and ask if we may approach closer to speak.
He's kind of surprised to see a kobold, but he's... Yeah, approach. Yes, approach. Yes,
And-
hips!
Huh?
No, I was joking with myself. The pixie's kind of staring at y'all, but he seems pretty calm. They don't have that many bodyguards in this longhouse, as you can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I speak to him in Goblin.
No need.
No need. He stops
I speak
me.
Common quite well.
Do you prefer Common to your mother tongue?
The rest of your party can understand, so we can speak that.
Okay, plainly, I see. I was
He
just
does have
doing.
a point.
Showing-
He's like, I appreciate the gesture.
Seems to be in charge of such a grand estate.
as soon as he started, as soon as he like brushed away my conversation, I start poking around the longhouse.
Sure. There's a bunch of people standing on walls looking at you poke around the longhouse.
Yeah, are these like guards or other people that
Guests.
are clearly?
Hard to say. Some guests, some guards. Like there's such a diverse background. People, you can't really put a beat on where they're from or what they do.
Yeah, I just keep poking around, just like working my way towards where the Goblin Elder is during Snuble and the Elder's current conversation, like as their conversation proceeds. But I'm just sort of poking and getting closer.
He doesn't stop you.
Okay. Well, you can see me plainly now, and you can see my party. You say that you have an idea of why we're here, but we're here for more than one reason, or more properly, I'm here for more than one reason.
Speak. How can I help you?
How long have you been here?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
On this earth? In this cave?
In
What's
this
the question?
in this cave.
Oh. Almost a year now.
I drop whatever I was holding. I'll go back to it. Keep poking around.
And
The fairy, I should say the pixie is staring at Maren.
were there any previous occupants when you showed up?
They weren't around. I don't have to beat around the bush. You can ask me full-fledged questions.
Okay, then. Do you know where they went? I say-
kobold?
I say, smiling, already knowing the answer.
When I first came here, I saw no trash getting deeper in, and they're not here.
Do you know what made those great claw marks all around?
No, I don't.
Can I roll perception to see if he's lying?
He's not lying.
Is he putting a little English on it?
Yeah, he's put a little English on it. He's like, allow me to elaborate. There's been something kind of going around wiping out Draconic, or so I've heard. And I can imagine this is the same one that did it, but I couldn't tell you if it was him or not. Probably.
And without beating around the bush, then you work for Her Highness.
I do.
And how's that career going for you?
He looks at the longhouse. It's going all right.
And would she know about what caused that?
Most certainly. She knows everything.
I'm sure she tells you that.
Pride cometh before the fall. Maren, right?
Yours truly.
You know who we are?
I do. You guys don't keep very quiet.
No, we do
No,
not.
we're busy.
Anywho, I believe that we've gotten everything we can out of you, other than the location of Her Highness, who we have so desperately been searching for since we've gotten here. If you would be so kind as to point us in the direction, so that my companion may deliver the goods that she travels so far to bring.
I must ask, what goods?
Why, me, of course.
Oh, right.
For the King of Bandits, and I brought her the King of Bandits.
Slayer of the King of Bandits, at the very least.
It's more than nothing. I won't stop you. I doubt I could if I tried.
I don't know about that. You seem to command a pretty vast amount of influence down here.
I only lead because I'm allowed to.
Hmm. Although I have a question for you then. What's the next big move that's been rumoring around the town?
Oh, you should go talk to Lily.
Fair enough. I
Wait.
concern myself little with the affairs of
That's why the
kingdoms.
street people were weirded out to see me. It just occurred to me.
Aha!
Shit, this is fucking great. Sorry, you're a good writer. I like it.
I'm not, but thank you. And he's like, after you, please continue on your way.
And if I may, I believe you obviously to be the goblin elder. Who is the little feller with you?
The little fella.
The flying one who's been staring me down. The pixie, I believe.
Oh, she's a pixie of the Great Woods, not far away from the capital Dauphin.
Ah. And what is she doing here, if I may?
You'll find that we look a little grotesque, but
I wouldn't say that.
just a fucking gross ass demon slowly turns his head.
Death sees beauty in everything.
Turns
and
its heads in
everyone.
many eyes.
He blushes a little bit. It's a roper.
Hmm.
The
Oh,
roper
well.
blushes. He's like, she would explain best. After you, please. Right on ahead.
Alright, I head up the stairs.
Yeah, I go on.
Man, when you step on the stairs, right?
Yeah.
The ghost is gone.
All right.
I stand there looking around for a moment, and still holding my hat in my hand, I bow with a little flourish and say good day to you.
I start jogging up the stairs, because I assume there's a lot of them.
It's a lot of fucking stairs.
Yeah, I do like a rocky dun 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 jog up the stairs.
I start to stroll and then turn back to the goblin elder. Honestly, you've been probably the most pleasant of new people that I've met in a long time.
I imagine it's because you didn't have to kill me. He looks at you very coldly.
You get it, and that's what I appreciate about you. Remember that death comes for us all, indiscriminate and beautiful. Mwah.
The instant I get to the stairs themselves, I lose all composure and place the hat back on my head, and then tackle the stairs on all fours
Well,
You guys-
And
I guess it's you and I
Yep.
just walking.
with an excited fervor because I didn't know what's going on. She's pissed.
I bow and thank him and head for the stairs.
Velma
Yeah.
is my bae.
You guys continue. You guys go up the stairs. You slowly start to see this encampment right for the exploring fade away from vision, and scroll up the stairs, up, till it's almost out of sight, and then into the hole in the ceiling of the cave. Up some more
We're there.
stairs.
Were there any claw marks along the stairs?
Not along the stairs, because it's not near any walls.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
He couldn't have used the stairs, if that makes sense.
When we get a chance to be calm for a minute, I would like to explain in further about the creature and give them the name of it.
You have plenty of time on the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys will have to slow down for me to catch up at least. I'm not running.
After I realize I'm very ahead of everybody, I'll stand there and wait for a little bit until they catch up.
You all about halfway to the ceiling of the cave.
Do you want to explain to everybody, or do you want me to do it as Snuble?
Go ahead. I could explain to them, but they have to know in canon.
Okay, so they're all with me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you heard part of what I said earlier, that it's the monster that single-handedly destroyed my original way of life. Well, I was the one who discovered it.
You delve too greedily and too deep, sort of thing? Or you found the remnants of your people?
Well, our warren wasn't originally ours. It was some sort of great dwarven metropolis deep below this mountain.
And they dug too greedily and too deep, as dwarves are wont to do.
I think actually this was something that the dwarves owned or had or whatever, but we found this undisturbed chamber, and down in the depths, as we followed it, we found a great big black box. Well, not that big, bigger than me, but not that big. And it seemed that there were all these statues guarding it of, great old dwarven figures, I suppose. But we brought it back up, and our patron dragon mother, she was very happy. Couldn't get it open though. And then there were so many disappearances so quickly through the next 2 or 3 days until I woke up and everyone was gone.
What about your dragon?
I'm getting to that. Well, it was me and another, actually, a friend of mine, and we found everyone gone with no signs until it made its presence known and asked us if we wanted to join our family. And on his breath, we could smell them. I don't know what he is, but I know that he was in that box somehow.
Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about this?
Well, I'll describe him.
Yes.
Sure.
Snuble basically describes him if he was very big. And our dragon survived, but she had been out, I suppose, bringing meat back to find all of this. And they came to blows on the mountainside, and at the height of it, I think she died. I lost my friend, and there was some kind of great crack. It smote the mountain, and I woke up after an avalanche. But if that thing's still... It's clearly still out there, and it's incredibly dangerous. I saw it breathe lightning.
Well, at least we know what we need to resist from.
I clenched my fists a few times.
She gives a description, and I roll history.
Great.
17.
Yeah, you kind of get from the general description, there have been creatures called Behirs. They aren't as big as she's describing them.
He's different. Yeah, great many-legged thing of hate and hunger with a rasping voice that sounds like stones grinding on each other.
If I'm being perfectly honest with you, the hunting down of mythical beasts was never something that I spent personal time training in, but it's not something I'm unfamiliar with. Or rather, I guess the best way to put it is, I know a guy. That being said, if this is a creature that you wish to take revenge against, now might not be the best time, as hunting down a monster like that would take a fair bit of preparation.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do. I've been mostly just running and trying to get away from it all.
Well, instead of running from it, why not run at it? Lance in hand, and ready to slay the beast.
I did trap him for a moment.
Well, there you go. You're halfway there.
And yeah, I think that's good. And you guys continue up the stairs. Eventually, the stairs subside into more stone, and it's a stone-covered stairway as you keep going up and up and up until you reach you start to see a source of light approach, and the steps are less stone, now
Marble?
Mhm.
Okay. Polished?
Mhm.
And this is this a narrow stairway? Are we walled on both sides?
I mean, it's big enough for the biggest thing down there to use, so it's not that small.
Okay. But it's not big enough for... Oh, I didn't tell you his name. Snuble calls him the Drid.
The Druid.
It's a draconic word for box.
No, it is nowhere near big enough.
No, I didn't think so. Okay. So I suppose we continue climbing. Is there anything else to see besides the marble?
No, but you seem like you're approaching something. There's a smell of incense in the air, and you can see stairs.
Does incense taste good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is it being a ritual caster myself? Is it incense that I could tell is being, like the sense in the air? Is it obvious that it's being used for some sort of ritual casting?
No, it's not. It just kind of smells.
Okay.
Is there a light at the end of the stairway, or is this thing curving?
There is a light. It's a spiral staircase upward, and there's a light at the top.
Okay. Snuble is, again, dejected at having to tell that story.
I pat your head.
Yeah, I like give you a Christian side hug, you know.
I'll give you a firm nod and say, "We'll kill your query and make you a wonderful suit of armor from its flesh."
Do you know anything about Bahir?
I know as much as the next, I suppose, a little bit.
Where they came from?
Can I roll
No.
a history check to see how much I know from like reading books in the library and stuff? I bet
About Bahir?
I mean, about legendary beasts. Like there are bestiaries and things. Like that's how you study herbology and beasts and stuff like that.
Sure. There's a okay, roll me anything.
Okay. Nat 20
On history?
on investigation.
Okay, yeah. So on the off chance that a dragon exists, there is the offest chance that a Bahir might come. You know that they're giant serpentine creatures, 12 legs, and can breathe light.
Cool.
But does she
I
know
have a book on them.
who made them?
No.
Okay, does anyone know who made them in the party?
No, they're creatures. They're just creatures.
It was look. I assume that most
The giants bred them.
if I've learned anything, I've come to assume that if a creature exists, it's probably because a wizard fucked something up or a bard knocked something up.
Yeah, no, they were actually
storm giants, yeah.
Yeah, they were bred by giants, so that's why I was thinking about if we ever get back to that town, we could always ask the Forge Master.
Actually, no. Giants fucking around does seem to be the cause of a lot of problems.
Damn, the lore builds itself.
I think that's fucking cool though because it works with the story.
It's very cool.
Yeah,
It was all planned by Kyle.
He's a
Moving on.
genius.
You climb the stairs into a large. There's like an open, like fountain kind of area. There's a bunch of people of different types standing up in this large. Not a throne. It's not. You can see the doors to what would be a throne room, and they're open. But this is like kind of like a gallery, like an opening. It's just a bunch of different types of people.
See us coming up out of this?
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's like many different openings and passageways in the place, and you guys just come out of one of them. They don't necessarily give you that big of a glance.
What's the attire look like? Is it static in general or what?
For the most part, is pretty well kept. Like people who are going to visit royalty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not looking all that fancy.
Outside of what's everybody's like passive perception is above? Does anybody have it like above 13 or 14?
Let me see. I doubt it. No, I don't.
Mine is 14.
Yeah, mine's 12.
Yeah, mine's 14.
Yeah, Thalia and Lee. Everybody's dressed up pretty well for the most part. There is one guy who's shirtless with a bunch of tattoos covering his chest and his face, and he is staring at you. But outside of them,
who's
everyone
that?
else.
Do you know?
You recognize him pretty immediately.
Brother?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does he look upset?
Yeah, he does.
I don't notice this, do I?
You know, for the sake of festivities, can I change my outfit to be sort of like a little bit more formal? You know, just
with illusion or
with disguise self.
So
that instead of it being the more Bloodborne-esque outfit that I've been
Gothic
wearing.
Yeah, it tweaks up just a little bit into nice Gothic.
Yeah, there you go.
I see.
Fop.
Gothic chic.
So what you're saying is you have a fop, Maren.
A fop? I don't know what that is.
A fop, FOP. It's like a fashionable person. Fop.
A gentleman.
I see.
I have my armor
Powdered wigs and such.
changed to something much nicer.
Oh no, still edgier than a powdered wig.
You see, Lee. You see, brother, kind of saying "excuse me" to some people, kind of moving through the crowd towards you guys.
Yeah, I'm.
Do I see this?
Not yet. Talia sees it though.
I'm just looking around at everyone's clothes and looking down at my rags.
Would my insight tell me where I would most likely find Lily? Would that be the throne room?
Yeah. Your insight's telling you it's probably the fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that way immediately.
Wait, Lee.
Yeah.
Did Lily give you anything as a sign of identification of working for her?
This sword.
Wow, she actually did give you that sword. You're
Shit.
right.
Yeah, use that, but not in the way it's supposed to be used. Don't murder anybody.
Snubble, I pat you on the head and press to digitate your clothes to iron themselves out a little bit.
Thank you.
Dearest, time to get the cloak.
Snubble and Maren now see brother kind of move the crowd, just kind of eyeing you guys. Or
Oh.
not even that. You guys look over and you see crowd.
Can I see where the throne room is?
Yeah, it's on, like, both of them are coming from either side, and the throne room is directly ahead of you.
Yeah, children, gather around for a
Yeah.
second. Hold hands.
Time. Come on, buddy system.
Do all of you grab hands? Do you all hold hands with
Why would we be?
You'll have to lean down, but yes.
Just hold hands
Sure.
with me for a sec, I think.
Why?
You'll have to lean down.
Okay, I
I'm on
hold
my
hands.
tiptoes.
Apparently, we're in adventure scouts again.
I briefly turn around to hold hands with them after Snubble stops me.
Sure. You guys all hold hands. What happens?
I like this lovin'.
Okay,
I smile up at Lee and shrug.
yeah, what I was gonna do...
We're saying I love you one last time.
Yeah, something like that.
No,
Jesus.
we just need to find Lily. It was all a misunderstanding. It'll be good.
So, I want to cast Dimension Door. Dimension Door will usually only work with one other willing creature that's within range. If we're all holding hands, can I grab the group and take them all with me?
For this singular instance, yes.
Wunderbaren. I imagine very intently, like seeing the direction of the door, because you can, along with going to a place, you can also envision a range from where you are. I envision just on the other side of that door, range-wise, and Dimension Door us all into there.
Cool. Are you guys all down for that?
Yeah.
You are all four going to be in the same spot.
Are we all yanked by our navels through some kind of crazy doorway?
Yes, before they can part through the crowd to get to you, you guys, poop, straight through.
The shadow,
I just
like
wanna-
10
wait,
that
I
was
just
raised
want-
around you.
As
For
he
just
pulls
a
us, I
close-
just want to yell, Lily.
And as you finish saying that, you hear, yes? You guys apparate into the middle of the royal courtroom. You see somebody a lady sitting on a throne, and another woman sitting behind her on a smaller throne.
For the sake of location, when I cast it, the Dimension Door, can the shadows envelop us in a lily?
Yes.
And then when we arrive, it blossoms and we appear there.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
And you guys do that, and you appear in front of a young lady sitting on a very decadent, wearing like pretty nice gowns and dress, and then behind her is an older woman with long ornate hair.
I'm still wearing the breastplate.
You hear from behind you a voice say, "Oh, forget what I was saying. Here they are."
I take a deep curtsy.
Do I recognize the voice?
Before you guys even have a chance to curtsy, there's going to be a couple things that are going to happen. You guys have enough time to hear that voice say, "Oh, forget what I was saying. Never mind. Here they are." You see a black man with long gray dreads stand up, and magic start to fill his hand. From the other side, you hear a gun cock, and a bald guy stands up and points a gun at the guy.
A gun?
Yeah. Points a long gun at the man in the black dreads, and you see a short woman like catch herself on fire and like start waving fire at the guy with the gun.
What?
Can I assess the
I'm
situation
startled.
and assume that I'm looking at and I do assume that this is our father and
Father, Charlotte, and Bob. Yes.
okay, yeah. Oh, I see you all have made it here before us. Lovely to see you're all alive.
Lily, I mean,
I wish I could say the same. He fires such a large force of magic from his hands that dissipates before it hits any of you guys.
Father?
Yeah.
Would that have hit me though? I'm short.
Right as he like fires the magic, the gun goes off, and you see something like phase out of existence before it hits father. And same with the fire magic that would hit the bald guy.
Does it cause any breeze or anything?
There's some breezes caused by the general hubbub.
Okay. Shit.
She's
Well,
like,
if anyone's gonna step forward to speak,
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
where's your sword?
I'm startled by the entrance in magic, and I just sort of blurt out, I brought the King of Bandits like you asked.
She did something like that.
Lily laughs pretty fucking hard. So you did.
Yeah, can I maniacal laugh back at her as she starts laughing?
I guess you can.
You're gonna have a laugh off with the queen?
Oh, yeah. So, Lily, I assume?
The King of Bandits himself, Maren. It's a pleasure, an honor.
That. The pleasure's all mine. So,
Has she reacted to me at all?
She's kind of reacting to all of you. She kind of gives that like person like, oh, a kobold kind of glance, but that's about it.
Okay.
what
She
can I
is
do?
most happy to see Lee. How are your travels, dear?
Quite interesting, you know, when you live in recluse for such a long time and then you hit the open world, it's, things are different than what you read.
You've served me quite well, I'd have to say. I know we're kind of skipping the introductions. Hello, everybody. I am High Queen Lily, Empress Lily, however other many names you want to give me. Lily.
I'll go with just Lily, thank you.
Thanks, Your Highness.
Casual. Very familiar. Bold choice.
So I've been told. A lot
But
of
that's
dead people have told me that I'm a very bold man.
But that's okay. You're all here. My generals. Oh, this is why I wanted you guys here. I'm sure you've
All
met.
of us?
I'm sure you've met your colleagues. Brother's kind of staring you down. So is Charlotte. Bob waves.
I wave
I
back at
waved
Bob.
to Bob.
I know.
Bob is is a correspondent friend of mine.
Correspondent. Don't you work for me? He's kind of laughs to himself.
I work for so many people, Bob. If it was just you, how would I make any money?
She's like, I'm very happy. Everyone's getting along. Maybe we should start from the beginning. Yes?
Yes, excellent.
Sure.
What-
Sounds like as good a place as any to begin.
A Genesis story, yes?
Yes. And it's a great tale. It's mine. I'm very partial to it.
Thank you.
So, Bob, how's business been?
Booming.
Sounds it. It has been, honestly, ever since I've arrived, one heck of a time. I can't thank you enough for that little boost off the ground you gave me.
Oh, I try. I'm very altruistic. You know me.
Mm-hmm. Father, it's been a minute.
It's been quite a minute.
So, I can assume that tussle in the sewers was your doing.
He's like, don't try to paint us off as old friends, Maren. We're not friends.
Oh, of course not. You don't have friends.
Who are you talking to? I'm back.
He's talking to father.
You have people who fear you enough to respect you until they can stab you in the back, don't you?
And they're the best at it. I think brother will be the first one to.
Oh, probably. He's quite feisty, isn't he?
Mm.
Sister might have done well. Might have.
Are you trying to rile me up, Maren?
Me? No, I would never. How's the
I,
voice box doing, Charlotte?
She laughs.
Ah, wonderfully, I see.
She's quite a bit more fickle than father is. She says, "We bested you."
Oh, is that what happened? I seem to remember leaving unscathed and you grasping at straws.
Or at me as I
Is
disappeared.
it possible for you to enter a room and leave it without picking a fight? Because so far, I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
Me
We did
neither,
that just
honestly.
now with the elder.
Oh, yeah, we didn't kill anyone in that room.
Father, before point of order, the king of bandits has his retinue with him. I would like the same, and everybody else's bodyguards are allowed in the room. Brother and Ma'a step in. A crew of bald people step in, and a bunch of people with collars around their necks, William included, steps in.
Oh, not sewer, Alex Mar.
Wait, does that mean they found our crab?
She hears that. Charlotte's. Oh, something wrong?
Wait, so what?
They found William. You know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not anything else going on. William stands behind Charlotte as a bodyguard.
Our crab had stuff on it.
Well, it's
course.
less of a bodyguard position and more of a I want to work for Lily, and that required getting him, and then I don't know, girl squad. I acquired you teamed up for extra help to do things because our interests aligned.
I nudged
I
Lily.
am definitely
I
not this
I
man's
knew-
bodyguard.
You most certainly cannot nudge Lily.
Huh? I mean, I nudged Lee. Stick with bodyguard, and you're allowed to stay in the room. You might want to be here for this.
No, I'm above bodyguard for the likes of you. I'm the one that brought you here. I'm not gonna pretend to be your bodyguard.
Are you saying you're our captor?
He can be. He's like he can be whatever you guys want. I'm going to assume he's a part of your team or your crew or whatever. Everybody has their own crew, right? Charlotte nods. Brother nods. Bob nods.
Yeah, I
Not brother, father.
shrug and
I
nod.
know.
Charlotte's she's still just trying to get your goat. She's just happy that she got like a little bit of one over on you guys with North Face.
Oh, good job. You got the sewer, Alex Mar. You know he survived in shit for once. A braver man than you'll ever be.
I mean he was. His personality's all but gone, dear. Try to talk to him.
Sewer Alex Mar, how do you do?
Stop calling him that.
Blank expression.
The good
Can I
old
kill him?
Alex Mar I know.
You can certainly try. Charlotte kind of giggles. She says, "Do you want to guess which one of your names he screamed last?"
I've got a pretty solid one in mind. Oh well.
He
If you're
screamed,
gonna make an omelet, you have to crack a few eggs.
He screamed, "Daddy crab."
Yeah, everybody's here. Lily says, "Hello, everybody. I am Lillian. Lillian Briggs, heir to the throne."
Heir apparent?
No, there's certainly another person to contest.
No, I just wanted to see if that's how she sees it, though.
Oh, she's like, my brother is a very nice man, I guess. He's built in my father's image. But my father's image isn't something that needs to be replicated.
Sure,
Do you know
since-
who the dominant species on this island is? Or on this continent is?
What?
It's humans. Have you gone anywhere where humans aren't in control?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Where?
I visited
My
the
own
first
monastery. No
Um,
human touched it. Well,
Very
very
fair.
rarely. We've
Yeah,
interacted
you're-
with few.
Luckily, yours
be fair-
wasn't on the warpath.
To be fair, most of the planes of existence that aren't the material plane that I've visited seem to have been ruled by mostly non-humans.
Well, throwing those aside,
That's a
Alton
big
Briggs has
We're outliers.
fucking. My father Alton has terraformed this continent one way and put a lot of great people under his thumb, and that's not the way a leader should do it. I want to restore us to our cultural foundation. I want to There's no reason why giants and goblins and drow, humans and dwarves can't live in harmony.
You forgot kobolds.
And kobolds. Terribly sorry about what happened, dear.
Oh?
Oh, about a year's time ago, I'm sure you noticed, some being ripped through our underground. Not according to plan.
No?
No.
Can I tell if she's lying to me?
She is not lying to you.
Okay. My ears drop.
She, at the very least, didn't want the kobolds to die.
Okay. And was it you who moved everyone else into their home?
I reappropriated the space, yes.
I mean,
Okay.
why waste space? Lee giggles and shrugs a little bit, very awkwardly.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did the Warren under the city have a dragon patron?
It did.
And did you know this dragon patron?
I did.
Do you know what happened to it?
It is dead.
Okay.
The same thing that swept through and killed the kobolds killed it.
I've got a quick question for you then.
Sure.
As far as I'm understanding, you want us to be some sort of generals for your rightful rise to the throne, correct?
New deal.
I do.
Okay.
Which,
Now-
I'm down, by the way. You're totally, yeah,
Yes,
count me in.
Lee trips over herself.
Why should I have any reason to believe that at least half of the people here aren't going to try to kill me?
I won't let them. They can't.
Like that big ball earlier?
Like that big ball earlier. You see, my brother was gifted my father's sword. It is an incredible sword. Absolutely a beast on offense. Can't be beat. But it has a match. A large shield starts to float behind her. My father's shield.
What does it look like?
It is a large, ornate shield that looks like on the sides, like two hands are like gripping it. Like there's like fingers coming from around the sides of it.
Okay, is there any way I can tell a make or where, who may have made that?
Lord knows who made this thing, but it is expensive.
Okay.
You have there's like magic power coming off, but even beyond that, just the design itself costs too much to make.
Okay.
It was made by an artisan, the craftsman, and like a mage.
Oh, wow. My mouth gapes a little at the size of it.
So you two have incredibly powerful magical weapons that match each other and presumably not beat each other. So, what? You want to engage him in battle? That doesn't really seem your style.
I engage him in battle. Ooh, wait. We're getting ahead of ourselves. First, we start a conquest, taking over the continent, surrounding Delphinia, and murdering my family.
You want a crusade!
I would love a crusade.
I want to give like 3 quick claps, like, wonderful plan. One great one. For the book.
And what of the general populace? The innocents?
The innocent?
There's no innocence.
Talia's family.
Solid question.
Family.
There is always a choice to those who look for a more honest way of life. And I will present it in the same way my brother will present it, but I'm not going to be as cordial. Join or die.
But that's tyranny.
Have you been to the other city?
Maybe.
She says, "Look, I'm not trying to be like a big dictator and fuck everybody over, okay? Not that much of a dick. But the way things are now, there's a large group of subjugated people. Did you see any kobolds living under Delphinia when you were?
Really, we will be freeing them.
It's going to be bloody and it's going to be bad. But in the end, I'm hoping the end result will be good.
I think I didn't see kobolds for another reason.
What reason?
I
And what does everyone else here think about this plan? Bob?
Bob says money.
I nod.
Sounds like a solid tactic to accomplish this.
Father says murder, and Charlotte says subjugation.
This is a great group of people you got gathered.
Ah, terrible group, but good cause.
And what would you do with us once your conquest was complete?
Generals.
I don't know. She pulls up a map of Delphinia and like points to the right half of the continent. Pick a spot. It's yours.
Well, I almost feel obligated, but this may be why I'm in the position that I am. And power.
I blush. Oh, I might want to stay in the capital.
She's like, and we'd be happy to have you.
Along with land and people and a serfdom of my own. Power. The power to enact your will, go along with your plan, and do as I see fit.
That works for me. Nowhere too important, though.
Fair
you,
enough.
Of course, don't get either capital.
Oh, of course. That's not my style anyhow.
But hey, that works for
We
me.
have 2 capitals.
Here we are with 2 capitals.
Not either of the current capital. Right now, her city isn't technically a capital, but she considers it.
Well, the only thing I want now is to discern the safety of my people.
Quick question. Are there in this world spots that are more connected to other planes than others?
Yes.
All right. Are there any that I know of on this continent?
That you know of or that I know
Yes.
of? Yes.
Okay. We don't have to figure that out now,
I was
but
about to say, this seems like a conversation for another time.
So what task can I complete next for you, your highness?
Oh, you guys are really roped along in this. I think I came across as a little maniacal towards the midsection, but I think the general idea came across pretty good.
doesn't matter. Power is power. Money is money. Slavery is slavery, and murder is murder. You picked us for a reason.
Here, said the other three.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that easy, it's that easy. Look, I know there's going to come a time where you have to choose between my brother and me. And I just want you to know. I'll fuck you up. She says a very big smile on her face.
Lily,
Nope, don't worry about me.
Threat or a promise?
as you said earlier, that your father certainly placed humans at the top of the food chain, no? And you want to change that?
I do. I would like more equality all around.
And why is that?
I know what it's like being different, I guess. It seems a little teen novelty, but I understand what it's like being put at a lower position just because of where you were born. I was raised in the capital, after all.
No, there's one person here who hasn't spoken a word. And I'm pretty interested in where she stands in all of this. Understanding that I'm new to this continent, is that not the old queen?
She just kind of like glares at you. It is the old. Lily says for mother.
So, what happened between you and dear old hubby?
She just kind of like just stares you down. That's it. That's all she has to say. Lily says it's kind of personal. She doesn't like to talk about it.
Fair enough.
Well, you were saying, though, about equality and taking care of everyone, not just your own.
Very true. Look, okay, I'm not the nice, good Samaritan my brother is, all right? When I say that I want equality, of course I have a second ulterior motive. I want to rule. And if I rule over only 20% humans and 80% everything else, that works for me.
I think you're misunderstanding me. What are
Oh,
you
sorry.
doing about the disappearance of my people?
Of the kobolds? Oh.
And dragons.
They're, I can see your, hesitation. There's not too much I can do. We don't know where whatever it is that took out your people went, and we were not strong enough to stop it while it was here. Kobolds have been down there for so long. I figured they'd be fine with their encampments, but they were overtaken.
Did you see the beast?
I did not. I am so lucky.
Did any of your men see the beast? All right, then.
I can tell you it's probably big.
I ask, if you're asking what I'm after, that's what I'm after. What can we do to help them?
To hunt the beast. I can promise that. If that's what you want, I can promise it. You will have to complete the conquest.
Have you been trying to do anything at all about it until I've broached the subject?
Honestly, no. It seemed to have wanted the kobolds and left.
But what about equality?
I don't see what you want from me. What am I going to do against it?
True.
It's something I can't track or recognize that murdered an entire civilization in like 2 days.
Okay, then. Thank you, Your Highness.
I understand. She's like, yes. I understand. I understand. And in the next opportunity I have to enact or track or find it, I will do you and your people that service.
Okay. If you need, I have information on it. We can speak in the future.
A talk for another time as well. Any other promises from anyone else?
Just being general in the court is promise enough for me. What else would you have us do, oh lady?
Nothing quite yet. We are gearing up for a campaign. I'm sure you've noticed the army beneath the capital.
Yes.
They noticed us.
We breezed through them.
They're not too much of guards.
Quietly. We
Killed as few as we could.
Lily, I'm sorry, Your Highness.
Lily's fine. We're friends.
There was a subject that we were told to speak with you about.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Pixies story?
Oh, maybe more in general. I have been going one by one, in much the same way that I've gathered my entire generals. And I've been on a tour, bringing together these oppressed peoples and groups to come together. I don't think he was asking about the Pixie in general, but just about how they all came together.
Okay.
That's how I got the goblins and the pixies and the drow and et cetera, et cetera.
And my people would be welcome?
They would be.
welcoming the misfits, you know.
They were the first people I recruited before they were taken.
Just like Arianti.
Your Highness,
Yes.
I would only ask the safety of my own village.
Where is your village?
Wisteria outside the capital a few days. The other capital.
Wisteria. I know it. I've passed through it. It does not have any suitable strategic advantage. I can leave it alone. Fair. I'm not a bad person.
No?
I'm just opportunistic.
Well, you seem to have hired a lot of bad people for not being a bad person.
Several. She's looking you dead in the eyes as she says that. Sometimes you have to team up with bad people to accomplish a good thing.
Yet you would want to keep them around afterwards?
Tell yourself whatever you need to sleep. As long as you keep the power to do as I will, we're peachy.
I'm not a great person myself, but I always repay my debts. And with that, she's like, and this has been great.
Accommodations.
You of course will be staying in the palace. We have a section. We have a section all for you, completely cordoned off. If you would like, we can also find you accommodations, of course, at our pay. Whatever you would like.